Hi, Mrs. Corjanis here. In this video, I am going to review the problems from today's activity. You have a quiz on this tomorrow. The quiz is going to be exactly like this activity. There'll be 3 problems on the quiz, and each problem will be just like one of the problems on the quiz. Okay, so as long as you know how to do all of these, you should be good for the quiz tomorrow. Okay. All right, so let's look at number 1, problem 1. It says factor x squared plus 6x minus 16. Okay, so when we factor, we need to undo multiplication, okay? So it says write the original expression or the simplified expression below. So we're going to look at this expression here. It says x squared plus 6x minus 16. And we're going to see if any of the terms have any common factors. If the terms have common factors, then we can find the greatest common factor and factor that term out. But if we look at these, x squared plus 6x minus 16, there are no common factors. So I'm just going to type it here so that we can remember what I said. So there are no common factors for the expression x squared plus 6x minus 16. Okay, so we leave it as is. So we leave the expression as is. All right, so we're going to put the expression here. So it's x squared plus 6x minus 16. Check your expression. Congrats, we got that right. Now we need to complete the puzzle with my expression. So when I complete the puzzle, I need to find my A term, which is 1, my B term, which is 6, and my C term, which is negative 16. So for my puzzle, I'm going to complete A times C. So 1 times negative 16 is negative 16. So that's going to go right here. So A times C is negative 16. We're going to see if we got it right. We got this green check. Our B term is 6. So we're going to put the 6 there. And as we put it in this table, it'll populate in the diamond here. Now we need the factors. We need the left factor and the right factor. It doesn't matter which order you put it in. You just need them both. All right, so we notice that A times C is negative 16 and B is 6. So since A times C is negative 16, we need to find 2 numbers that multiply to negative 16 and add to 6. So since A times C is negative 16, that means we're going to need a positive number and a negative number to multiply together. And then we notice that B is 6, positive 6. So since it's positive 6, what we want to do is we're going to want the greatest number, the biggest number, to be positive. So let's start finding our factors. All right, let's start. I like to start out at 1. So 1 times so 1 times, why is it doing that? 1 times 16 is 16, but we want negative 16. And because the B value is positive, we want the bigger number to be positive. So we're going to have negative 1 times 16 is equal to negative 16. Okay, now let's see if we add these together if we get 6. So negative 1 plus 16 is equal to 15. So we don't get 6. So this factor does not work. Okay, so this one does not work. All right, so let's try another one now. So let's try 2. So again, since B is positive, our bigger number needs to be positive so that when we add them together, we'll get a positive number. So negative 2 times 8 is equal to negative 16. Now if I add negative 2 plus 8, I get positive 6. Ding, ding, ding. These are my factors. Let's see if we're right. So I'll put negative 2 here and 8 here. And it'll populate. So let's look. Negative 2 times 8 is negative 16. And negative 2 plus 8 is equal to 6. And again, it does not matter which order you put these numbers in. All right, now you're going to need this diamond for your next slide. So my suggestion is you take a picture of it so you can have it, like a picture of it on your phone so you can have it for your next slide. That's what I do. All right, so let's go to the next slide. And now we're going to factor this expression. So this expression that we have that we're going to factor, this is we're going to undo multiplication. So what I'm going to do for us is I am going to rewrite that expression here just so that we can remember it. And let's see, okay. So let me just rewrite it so I don't have to keep going back and forth or looking on my phone. So x squared plus 6x minus 16. And the two factors were negative 2 and 8 were the factors from the diamond. Okay, so that's not. Okay, let's see. We'll just write negative 2 and 8. All right, so we're going to fill in this table here, okay, or the area model we like to call it. So first term, first box, last term, last box. So we're going to use this original expression to fill in the table, and we're going to use the factors to fill in the table. So first term, first box, last term, last box. So first term from this expression here is x squared. So we want to put our x squared there. And our last term is negative 16. Okay, and then our two factors go in these two missing boxes. It does not matter which order you put it in. So negative 2x will go there. And 8x will go there. Hi guys, I'm making a video. All right, now, no. Okay, so now x squared and 8x. Now what we're going to do is we're going to undo this multiplication. So we're going to get the two factors. We're going to have a binomial here on the top in the blue and a binomial here on the left. So we're going to factor, let's factor each row first. So let's factor x squared and 8x first. Okay, so the way I'm going to do that, I'm going to take each of these separately. So the x squared has a 1. So this is a 1x squared. Okay, so it has a 1. And then it has an x squared. So the factors of 1, so we're going to break it down into the factors. The factors of 1 are 1. So 1 times 1 is 1. The factors of x are x times x. Okay. Now we're going to take the factors of 8x. I don't have my pen today, and I'm struggling a little bit with the text boxes. So 8 and x. So the factors of 8 are 1. 1 times 8 is 8. Okay. I'm going to put them this way. And then 2 times 4 is 8. And I think that's it, right? Yeah. And then the factors of x are just x. Okay, so we're going to see which factors are in common between these two, okay? So if we look, let me just move these over here. The next one will be easier. Okay. Cool, cool. All right, that looks nice. Okay, so if I look at my coefficients, my 1 and my 8, the common factor here between both of them is 1. So right here, we're going to put a 1. Now, if I notice here, my x squared and my x, both of these terms here both have an x in it. So my common factor is 1x. Okay, that's my GCD, because I'm going to take the GCD 4 times. Okay? All right, let's try the next row then. So let me turn these. Can I turn? No, I don't know how to turn them into red. Forget it. We'll just leave it like this. All right, so then my next one is negative 2x and negative 16. All right, so since my leader right here is negative, I know I'm going to pull out a negative from the beginning. So I've got a negative. Now let's break these down like I did these here. So we're going to have the negative 2x first. So the negative 2. And we're going to break these up to, we're just going to, since we already factored out a negative, we're just going to find the factors of 2. So my factors of 2 are 1 and 2, because 1 times 2 is 2. And then x. So it's just x times 1 is x. And then for negative 16, we're just going to do the positive. So 16. Okay, so we're going to have 1 times 16, 2 times 8, and 4 times 4. So let me move these over a little bit so we can have room so they can all be on 1. Okay, and this one doesn't have an x. Okay, so the only thing that these two terms have in common is a 2. Okay, do you see this? They both have a 2 in common, so this is going to be negative 2. Okay, so my first binomial is 1x minus 2. And we don't want to write the 1 in front of the x. We don't like that. So it's going to be x minus 2 is our first binomial. Now we're going to factor our columns. Okay, so I'm going to change colors. And I should have done these in blue, but I'm going to do these in purple then. And the other ones in red, but that's okay. I'll do the next ones like this. So we'll do this. All right, so we're going to have these two, x squared and negative 2x. So x squared and negative 2x. Okay, and then we're going to do 8x and negative 16. So we'll just do that now. 8x and negative 16. All right, so then if we go here, okay, x squared is equal to x times x. Okay, oh, and then we had the 1, I forgot. So we had it's a 1x squared. So we find the factors of 1. Factors of 1 is just 1. And then we have the x squared, which is x times x. Now we'll do the positive 2 and times the x. We'll do the second column next. So 2. And so factors of 2 are 1 times 2. And then x, the factors of x are x, okay? So the GCD between 1 and 2 is 1. So we're going to put the 1 there. Okay. And the GCD of x squared and x, they only have one x in common. So it's 1x. Okay. Now let's do 8x and 16. So we're going to do the same thing. So we're going to find the factors of 8. So 1 times 8 is 8. Oops. 2 times 4 is 8, and I think that's it, right? And then, it has an x. All right, so the factors of x are x times 1. And then let's find the factors of positive 16 is actually what we need. So find the factors of 16. So we had the factors of 16 up here. It's 1 times 16, 2 times 8, and 4 times 4. So we look at our coefficients, the 8 and the 16, and we notice that the common factors in both of these is 2. Okay? And then we also notice that the x terms, there's no x in the second term, so then the GCD of this is just 2. All right. So then our second binomial is 1x plus 2. And we don't write the 1, so x plus 2. All right, so let's just double check our work. So what this is we just undid multiplication. So 1x times 1x is x squared, 2 times 1x is 8x, 1x times negative 2 is negative 2x, and 2 times negative 2 is negative 16. All right, let's see. Oh, try again. What did I do wrong? Oh, no, this should be 4, isn't it? Did I do that wrong? Oh, it is. The GCD is 4, not 2. All right, I'm not going to change my video. What am I doing wrong? So x minus 2 and x plus 4. X at 4. Oh, this should be 8. How many times am I going to get that wrong? Nice job. Okay, 1 times 1, 1x times 1x is x squared. 8 times 1x is 8x. Now I got it right. 1x times negative 2 is negative 2x, and 8 times negative 2 is negative 16. Okay, so this is the answer there. All right, let's go to the second one. All right, and this time I'm not going to go as in depth as I did before for all the parts. So if you get stuck somewhere, go back to rewind it to problem 1 so you can see some of the steps. So we want to factor negative x squared plus 9x minus 20. So we want to see if these have a common factor or a common multiple in them so we can factor out the greatest common factor. But they don't, okay? But this one does have a negative sign. So what we want to do is we want to factor out that negative sign. So we're going to factor the negative sign. Because we're undoing the multiplication. So we want to factor the negative 1 from the trinomial. Okay, which means we will divide all the terms by negative 1. All right, so we have this expression here, this negative x squared plus 9x minus 20, and we're going to divide all the terms by negative 1. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. So we're going to divide everything by negative 1. So when I divide everything by negative 1, I'm actually going to take out that negative 1. And everything that I divide, whatever I get, I'm going to put inside of these parentheses. So I'm going to divide this by negative 1. So x squared divided by negative 1, or negative x squared divided by negative 1 is x squared. 9x divided by negative 1 is minus 9x, or negative 9x. And then negative 20 divided by negative 1 is positive 20. So then our factored form is -1, but I don't think it's going to like the -1. You don't have to write it, you just write the negative sign. -1 times x squared minus 9x plus 20. All right, check your expression. Congrats, we got it right. Now we're going to use this expression here to fill in the diamond here. So what we're going to do is we're going to identify our A, our B, and our C. So we're going to identify it from this expression, the factored expression inside of the parentheses. So A is equal to 1, B is equal to -9, and C is equal to 20. Okay, so what we want to do now is A times C, so 1 times 20 is 20. Okay, so we're going to put the 20 there. And then our B is -9. So the table automatically populates this. Okay, now I need to find the two terms, the two factors that multiply to 20 and add to -9. So let's start out with, I need to notice that this is our B, which we're going to add our two factors, is a negative, and our 20 is positive. Well, we got to think of our rules. And our rule is if I multiply two negative numbers together, I get a positive. So I'm going to be multiplying, both of my factors are going to be negative. So let's start out with 1. So -1 times -20 will give us positive 20. -1 plus -20 is equal to -21. Well, that's not -9, so that doesn't work. Okay. So now let's try 2. All right, so -2 times 10 times -10 equals -20, but -2 plus -10 equals -12. So that doesn't work either. All right, let's try another one. Let's move these so I can have more room. All right, let's try another one. So far those aren't working. Let's try, what about 3? Does 3 go into 20? No, but 4 does. So -4 times -5 is equal to positive 20. And then -4 plus -5 is equal to -9. Well, there we go. -4 plus, okay, so then our factors must be -4 and -5. So let's put them in, see if they're right. Check my factors. Awesome. All right, so take a picture of this diamond and everything so you can have it for your next slide. So that's what I'm going to do so I can remember to have it. And let's go on to the next slide. All right, awesome. So it says now it's your turn to complete the inside of the box with your simplified expression. So let me write the original one so that we can remember what it is. So we're going to write the factor one. So negative times x squared minus 9x plus 20. All right, and then our factors were -4 and -5. All right, so let's fill in this table. So our table is first term, first box, last term, last box. So our first term is x squared. And hopefully I won't make the same mistakes I did last time. And our last term is 20. All right, and then we're going to fill in the two boxes with our two factors. And it doesn't matter where our factors go. So -4x negative 5x. Okay. I'm not going to go through the factors as quickly as I did for the other one, or as thorough that I did for the other one. So I want you to figure that out too. So I have x squared and negative 5 squared. So the GCD of x squared and negative 5 squared is x. And this time I remembered to do my colors. And then the GCD of negative 4x and 20 is 4, right? So if you need to find the factors of negative 4 and 20, you can do it the long way like I did, or you can go back to slide 1, and you can put in GCD negative 4 comma 20, and you get 4. Okay, so so you could do it that way. So our GCD is 4, but you can only put the numbers in there. Okay, so our GCD here is 4 and no x. All right, now let's find the GCD this way. So the GCD this way, let me change my color to blue, of x squared and negative 4x is x. And we've been practicing these in class. So these were the lessons from a couple of weeks ago, and we've had quizzes on them. So if you don't understand it still, or this video is going too fast, and you need to come to Learning Labs. And then also if you understand it now, but you didn't do good on the quiz, then also come to Learning Labs so we can give you a retake. All right, so negative 5x and 20. So we need to find the GCD of these two. Since negative 5x is our leader and it's negative, we're going to factor out a negative, and our GCD is negative 5. All right, so let's see. We have our two binomials are going to be x minus 5 and x plus 4. But we can't forget this negative sign that we had factored out already, because these are related. So when I put this in, I have to put in that negative sign I factored out. So I'm going to put negative times the quantity x plus 4, which is one of our binomials, times x minus 5. Let's see if we got this right. Oh, I forgot to check. And let's really check this time, because last time I was just going through the motions and I didn't find my mistake. X times x is x squared. Negative 5 times x is negative 5x. X times 4 is oh, see? We got the negative there. So that's going to be negative. That's why you check. So then this is going to be negative. And then negative 5 times negative 4 is positive 20. All right, so this should work. Says nice job. So we did it good. All right, so let's go to the last one now. And problem 3 says factor 6x squared plus 10x minus 4. Write the original expression or simplified expression below. So that means you need to, if there is something to factor, you need to factor that out. So let's notice each term. We have 6x squared, 10x, and negative 4. I notice that 6, 10, and 4 are all multiples of 2. So that means that I can probably at least divide it by 2. So I need to find the GCD. So we're going to go back to slide 1 and find the GCD of 6, 10, and 4. So let's go back to slide 2. Okay, no, slide 1, I'm sorry. Okay, and we're going to find the GCD of 6, 10, and 2. That's what we said, right? All right, so the GCD of 6, 10, and 2 is 2. All right, so let's go back. 6, 10, and 2 is 2. Oh, and 4. Oh, let's go back. 6, 10, and 4. See, that's why you take pictures, so you don't have to keep doing this. 6, 10, and 4. It's still 2. All right, so You can go the long way that I did last time on for problem 1, or you can do it the shorter way like that. So the GCD is 2. So let me rewrite that expression. So I get 6x squared 10x minus 4. So the GCD is 2. So that means a couple things. That means I am going to write the 2 on the outside, and then I'm going to divide all those terms by 2, and I'm going to put it in the expression there. So let's divide all the terms by 2. Okay, so 6x squared divided by 2 is, so we're going to put the 2 on the outside. 6x squared divided by 2 is 3x squared. And then 10x divided by 2 is 5x. And negative 4 divided by 2 is negative 2. All right, so let's see if I got it right. So I get 3x squared plus 5x minus 2. Check your expression. Let's see. Congrats. All right, I got it right. Now, the puzzle, this diamond here, I'm going to complete it, and I'm going to use this expression here. I'm going to use the one that I factored, okay? So a times c, so 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. All right, so if I negative 6 there, let's see if I get it right. Yes. All right, and 5. All right, so then I need to find my 2 factors. So finding the factors, there's really no easy way to do that. That we have to do the long way. So we're going to find, we notice that this, the a times c is negative and the b is positive. So that means when we multiply them together, we're going to need a negative number. So that means I need a negative and a positive number. And 5 is positive, so that means that my larger number, my greatest number, needs to be positive. So let's start out with 1. I always like to start out with 1. So 1 times, so negative 1, because so the greatest number has to be positive, times 6 equals negative 6, okay? And now if I add them together, let's see if I get 5. So negative 1 plus 5 is equal to, oh no, negative 1 plus 6. Sorry, I'm using different factors. Equals 5. All right, here's my factors. That was easy. Sometimes it'll be easy and it'll be quick to find them, and sometimes it's not. So you just have to go through all of the steps. So negative 1 and 6. So negative 1 and 6. Check your factors. Nice job. All right. So now I'm going to take a picture so that I can have it for my next one. Let's see. So it happened early in the video and I don't take pictures. I forget my numbers. All right. Okay. So let's see here. Okay. Let's write the expression here. So we have 2 times the quantity 3x squared plus 5x minus 2. And then our factors were negative 1 and 6. All right, so we're going to fill in this table here, and we're going to fill it in from this expression here. So we're going to fill it in. So first term, first box, so that's 3x squared. Last term, last box, so that's negative 2. And then our 2 factors are negative 1 and 6. So it doesn't matter which order you put them in. So negative 1 x, and remember, we don't have to write the negative 1. We could have just wrote negative x. And 6x. All right, now we're going to GCD 4 times. But right now, I've noticed that some students like to do this right away so they don't forget. This 2 right here, we need to remember we factored it out. So it's part of our completed factored form of the trinomial. So you're going to need that 2. So if you want to write it in right away so you don't forget it, okay, that would be very important. So I got 3x squared times 6x. So my GCD of 3x squared and 6x is 3x. And remember, you can go to slide 1 and find the GCD of 3 and 6 if you need to. And then the GCD of negative 1x and negative 2 is negative 1. Okay, our leader is negative, so we pull out a negative. All right, now we're going to go up here. And 3x squared and negative 1, the GCD is x. Sorry. And 6x and negative 2, the GCD is 2. All right, so let's double check. And remember earlier I was just going through the motions and I wasn't really checking and I got it wrong for problem 1. So let's really check this. So x times 3x is 3x squared. Okay, so 2 times 3x is 6x. X times negative 1 is negative 1x. And 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. All right, so let's put it in here and let's see if we're right. 3x minus 1 and x plus 2. Check the factored form. Nice job. All right. I hope this helps and have a good day.